Now from Color 10, breaking news.
We begin the night with some breaking news out of North Kansas City after shots were fired at North Kansas City High School following a basketball game. We're told 2 to 3 people were shot and are currently seeking medical assistance. The school was on lockdown following the shooting. All guests were asked to stay inside while the situation was being resolved. Police have not yet said if anyone is in custody. Turning now to election coverage. For the first time in years, Missouri Republicans held a statewide caucus and no primary election to determine their presidential candidate. Thank you for joining us tonight at 10. I'm Carissa Codel. Sydney has the night off. Instead of heading to the polls every 4 years to vote in a primary race, caucuses get to decide how delegates are awarded. Previously, Missouri would hold a primary race and a caucus. This year, Republicans are only holding a caucus and Democrats are only holding a primary. In a caucus, members of each political party meet and divide into groups according to which candidate they want to win. Then the number of votes in each group decided how many delegates each candidate wins. And the race was called earlier this morning with Donald Trump winning Missouri's Republican caucus. Color 10's Bethany French was at the caucus here in Greene County today. She joins us live in the studio. Bethany, how many people came to make their voices heard? All right, now Bethany, Nikki Haley has been fighting for her life in this race. How many votes would Haley have needed to take any of those delegates from Greene County? Democrats can expect a primary preference election coming up later this month. The primary election will take place in each Missouri county from 8 a.m. to noon on March 23rd. Mail-in ballots may be requested by or before March 12th. And in the GOP primary race for 2024, former President Trump has won the GOP caucuses in Michigan, Missouri, and Idaho. He's won all primary contests so far, heading into a critical election week. But as Natalie Brand reports, Nikki Haley supporters are holding out hope. We've had a beautiful start to March this year. Meteorologist Matt Hefner in the studio with us today. Matt, are we going to continue to see these warm temperatures? Please say yes.
Yeah, that's what everyone wants to hear. They like the warmth that we got today. We got back into the 70s today.
All right, meteorologist Matt Hefner, thank you. A man from Licking, Missouri died last night in a single car crash. Michael Naylor tried to make a turn on Missouri State Highway 137 when his truck went off the road. When he tried correcting the car, he went airborne. He overturned and Naylor was thrown from the car. He died at the scene. And a man from Lebanon was killed in a single car crash in Taney County yesterday. Jared Napper was driving on Ozark Mountain High Road when his car went off the road, hitting several trees before overturning. Napper was pronounced dead at the scene. And the Arkansas State Police are now investigating a fatal shooting that involved the Eureka Springs Police Department. The Carroll County Sheriff's Department responded to a call about a man with a gun at the Rowdy Beaver Den in Eureka Springs. 2 Eureka Springs police officers confronted Christopher Van Schoik at his car, where a struggle soon followed. Van Schoik pulled out a weapon and an officer shot and killed him. Arkansas police are now investigating if the officer complied with the state law with their use of deadly force. And a new deal for a temporary ceasefire between Israel and Hamas is in the works, and it could happen in time for Ramadan. CBS's Christian Benavides reports that this development is happening as the U.S. is now conducting airdrops of humanitarian assistance into Gaza. And news of a potential deal comes after Thursday's incident in Gaza City, where Palestinians were killed near a convoy of humanitarian aid. Vice President Kamala Harris will meet on Monday with members of the Israeli War Cabinet. And Girl Scout groups across the country are calling on their national leadership to take a stand on the humanitarian crisis in Gaza. It comes after a St. Louis Girl Scout troop was caught in controversy for selling bracelets to benefit children in war-torn Gaza. The regional office threatened legal action. The Girl Scouts national office later apologized, but that troop says that apology wasn't enough. 149 has since disbanded, and the leader says the girls do not plan to return to the Girl Scouts. The Girl Scouts of Eastern Missouri made a statement that says, in part, the Girl Scouts celebrate young women finding their voices on causes they care about. Our council recognizes Troop 149 for identifying the humanitarian crisis in Gaza and creating a fundraiser to help. Our troops have always had the ability to support causes they care about within the guidelines published by Girl Scouts. And still to come, some students in Arkansas won thousands for their idea to help keep the moon clean. how they intend to do that when we come back. But before we head to break, let's check back in with meteorologist Matt Hefner. Matt, great temperatures, but some rain on the way.
Mid-50s. It's looking like we're going to be getting temperatures kind of those mid-60s for the work week, Carissa.
You know what? Honestly, I'll take it.
Yeah.
That seems great. And
Yeah.
I gotta say, I really do like the extra hour of sunlight.
Yeah, the extra hour of sunlight's worth it. And then also with Missouri weather, you're always up and down yo-yo temperatures.
Yeah, I saw the 35 on there. I was paying attention.
Yeah, so I mean, it's not as yo-yo-y this week. So we're going to get kind of like spring staying mild, so I'm happy with that.
Okay, yeah, I'll take it.
Absolutely.
You did a good job. Thank you for that weather.
Yep.
All right, Matt, thanks. Now, firefighters in Texas are facing more challenges as windy and dry conditions return to the Texas Panhandle, where a massive wildfire has been burning out of control. The Smokehouse Creek fire has scorched more than 1 million acres, making it the largest wildfire Texas has ever seen and one of the most destructive wildfires in U.S. history. The fire has destroyed cattle ranches and homes and killed at least 2 people. It started on Monday and was about 15% contained today, and it's not clear yet how that fire started. And still to come, the Pinewood Derby is racing its way in the same place as some big-name racers. We'll check in with the race when we come back. Stay with us. Welcome back to your News at 10. Some students in Bentonville, Arkansas are looking to help clean up the moon. 6th Thaden students won the NASA Tech Rise competition, which gives them $15,000 for their project. The students will make a scanner, tracked by GPS, that can find reusable products on the moon, like old radios. Abe is one of 4 students involved in the challenge, and he explains their motivation for the project.
The moon had, it was turning into what Earth is turning into now, basically a giant landfill. So we wanted to stop that.
The deadline for the students to finish this project is in May. Worldwide Technology Raceway hosted the 71st edition of the Cub Scouts Pinewood Derby today. It was hosted in the infield of the oval that hosts NASCAR and IndyCar races. About 85 scouts brought their iconic Pinewood Derby cars to the facility today. The Greater St. Louis Council Scouting Program Development Director says this racing is a great way to get the kids involved in something fun.
There is no better place than to be here at this track and to have this kind of just atmosphere and just help us with what we've been doing again for 71 years, and then to let these young people compete and just get that racing spirit with where NASCAR and IndyCar happening, and now to have our Council Pinewood Derby. It is fantastic.
Trophies were given out to race winners and to the winners of the design contest. That's for cars that were most realistic, patriotic, had a classic design, and some other categories.
Enchilada. So, Carissa, I heard you and Matt talking about the nice weather is tomorrow. So,
Yes.
80 degrees in March at Hammonds Field.
Beautiful.
Where else would you rather be?
Beautiful. And if I heard you earlier correctly, this is going to be the last game for a while home.
Yes. So, the Bears are home tomorrow, and then they go on the road until the end of March, and then don't have a home series at all the entire month of April.
Oh, so if you want to go and see them,
Yeah, you better go see him now.
tomorrow. It's going to be beautiful.
Right, look, Keith Gutton is a great guy, not big on the media, but I told him, I said, Coach, for somebody who doesn't like the limelight, you're kind of soaking up the farewell tour because they're going to give him all kinds of stuff, so pretty sure that's why I did it.
All right, well, Chris, thank you so much. Now, one man's trash is another man's treasure, and a repurposed store cashes in on a collectible gold item. More on that when we come back. Will found a gold mask in a bag at a central Pennsylvania store. The mask is part of Lego's Bionicle line of Matterin universe of creatures. The golden Kanohi Howl mask went up for auction and scored $18,101. Guys, I don't know what this is, but it's pretty
I got
small.
no clue.
That's insane.
What is
That's
that?
a lot of money.
I found some good finds at Goodwill, but nothing worth $18,000, just a couple ties.
No way, not at all.
No, I mean, look, golf clubs, baseball cards, whatever that thing was. Hey, you can find some good deals there, I'm just saying.
Well, thank you guys for joining us here tonight.